Mm.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seibelmania Friends podcast. I, of course, am Seibelmania. You are all my friends, and this week we kind of got a special episode. Normally, on these episodes, we kind of like to wing it and we talk about the news and professional wrestling, and maybe we'll do that at the end of this episode. But this episode is going to be a very special episode because myself and my good friend Zach, we are going to cover Money in the Bank from 2011. But before we get started with that, Zach, say hello to the people.
Hello.
Hey, man. I was actually looking forward to covering this pay per view with you, man. I remember when I watched this a decade ago. I went with my uncle to a local bar, and we watched it there, and I loved it then. So I'm like, I gotta review this. I gotta watch this again. And so I rewatched it this morning, and oh my god, it's just as good as I remember, if not even better. What are your takes on on the pay per view?
I like it overall. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
All around, it was a really good show.
I think the weakest match for me was the Divas Championship match.
Oh, I skipped that. I knew it was going to be bad, so I skipped it.
Let's get into some news and let's get into some news about this show before we get started on the show. So the Money in the Bank 2011 aired July 17, 2011 from the Allstate Arena in Rosemount, Illinois. 14,000.
Chicago.
Yes, in Chicago.
They never did in Chicago.
Huh?
When you said Rosemont, I threw me off. I was like, they never did in Chicago.
Yeah.
I just thought it was in Chicago.
Yeah,
I didn't know where it was at.
Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
14,815 people attended, and 195,000 people around the world purchased the event. So, let's get into the opener here. The opener was the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes versus Heath Slater versus Justin Gabriel versus Kane versus Sin Cara versus Sheamus versus Wade Barrett. Your thoughts on this match?
I liked it overall. I really did. I really enjoyed it. It made me, realize how bad the last Sin Cara was. The original was very good, and how horrible the last one was.
Yeah, I agree. And right before I get into this match, I love the CM Punk John Cena opening package to start the show. I loved every second.
I loved it.
It
really built up the man there.
It really, really did. I mean, they did a really good job of selling CM Punk and John Cena. Alright, so let's get into this match. I'm sorry, I was taking a swig of soda. Yeah, so in this match, this is basically my notes here. They had a cool opening sequence with Kane dominating, and then they did baseball slides from Gabriel and Slater. That was really cool. Everybody got a moment to shine in this match, I thought, which was awesome.
And they scored very Sin Cara in the middle of it.
Yeah, and the other thing I liked about the two Money in the Bank ladder matches, they had different styles of wrestling in them. It wasn't just, we're all just going to be daredevils jumping off ladders. No, they had the brawler style and the technical style. They had a lot of good stuff in there. There was also.
And I realized.
Go ahead.
I realized this watching it, that it's sad that only 3 people in that match are still with the company. Only 3. And how young most of that talent was.
3? Oh, yeah. Kane, Wade Barrett, and Sheamus?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a moment in the match that I thought was really dope. There were a lot of moments in this match that I thought were really cool, where where Daniel Bryan did a missile drop kick
Oh, I love that.
to Justin Gabriel off of the ladder. So Gabriel was on the ladder and Daniel Bryan drop kicked him. I love that. And then when Sin Cara hit that cross body on Sheamus, he actually got some hang time on that thing, man. He had some nice hang time.
Yeah, that's what made me really be impressed is realize how bad the last Sikar was.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching it. It made me really appreciate. I think it's Fistico. His name is. I'm not sure.
And then they had they had a moment. I can't remember who Sin Cara was. It Daniel Bryan or Justin Gabriel? But Sin Cara hit a Spanish fly, an avalanche Spanish fly. That is always an impressive looking move.
Yeah, it is very
I
tricky.
can't remember who he hit it on, but I mean,
I can't either.
I think it might have been Daniel, but I don't. And then that ladder breaking
I feel like
spot.
it may have been Justin if I really think about it. I don't remember the spot, but thinking of the talent wise, Brian was never really that athletic to be a high flyer. You've really got to have someone that's really
knows what they're doing.
Springy. Yeah, it has to be someone really springy
Mm-hmm.
to be able to get enough lift off
Right.
with the rotation for it.
Right. And then there was a ladder breaking spot that you covered when you said that they buried Sin Cara. Yeah, they didn't need to do that spot in my opinion. That wasn't needed for this. Uh, it looked awesome, but for Sin Cara, it probably hurt like a mofo. Um, because I mean, you break a ladder, I don't care if it's gimmicked or not, it's gonna hurt. Um, and then of course, because we're in Chicago, you gotta have the CM Punk chants early on. Hello? Zach? Okay, I guess we'll just continue. Yeah, so there were CM Punk chants early on in the match. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. And then we get a core reunion, like a mini core reunion, where Barrett and Slater and Gabriel kind of team up and just beat up on everybody else in the match. So that was really cool. That was a nice little moment. Heel Michael Cole, no, he got real old real quick. His act was real annoying. And Booker T was underrated as a commentator. I thought he did really good tonight. Or not tonight. I thought he did really good at Money in the Bank 2011. And Justin Gabriel with his 450 splashes was always impressive. Uh, so Daniel Bryan wins, and the match was incredible. I loved it. Let's go to the second match here. Kelly versus Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. It happened. Kelly won. It was short. And next, nothing to write home about for that match. It wasn't anything. It wasn't very good. Um, and look at Zach's opinion on that match too. Um, what happened to him? So match number 3, Mark Henry versus The Big Show. This match was a different pace to the show, and a show where everything is so sort of fast paced and moving parts and everything. This match really was a refreshing match, It was Mark Henry and the Big Show, and it was a big boy brawl. Mark won, and it solidified Mark as an unstoppable blah 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 beast. So I think I think that match, it wasn't going to be anything it wasn't going to be a technical masterpiece. And it wasn't going to be any, oh my god, you got to see this moments, but it was a good match. It was a decent match. So yeah, so while we wait for Zach, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow your boy on Twitter at Seibelmania21. And also, if you're new to this channel, do yourselves a favor and subscribe. And you'll get content like this every week. Also, subscribe to the CNC Connection podcast. You will get content like this over there as well from me and my buddy, Chris. And also, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up. And hit the notification bells when you subscribe to these channels so you get notified whenever I upload new content. I upload content regularly, so you definitely don't want to miss any of these videos. And comment down below what your favorite pay-per-view of all time is. Be it WWE, TNA, AEW, WCW, it doesn't matter. Whatever your favorite pay-per-view is, put it in the comment section down below. So let's continue this, I guess. Match number 4, it was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Alberto Del Rio versus Alex Riley versus The Miz versus R-Truth versus Evan Bourne versus Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna be honest, I love this one. This one was better than SmackDown Money in the Bank by a long shot. Everything about this was just incredible. Evan Bourne hits an insane shooting star press off of a giant ladder onto everybody else. I don't care how many times you see that shooting star, and I don't care how many variations of it you see. It's an impressive move. Zach, welcome back, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. We already covered the.
Yeah, I heard. I had my headphones in. I was listening. Yeah, the Big Show Mark Henry thing. I actually liked it, and I feel bad. I didn't realize until after. Until I just started looking at the Meltzer star ratings on it.
Oh.
I fell asleep halfway through Mark Henry Big Show, and then wondered why I was confused. I wonder why I was confused how.
Hello?
Everything okay?
Yeah, that was
going
weird.
in and out. I don't know why.
That was weird. Any
Yeah,
thoughts?
I wonder why. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can get better connection. I don't know what's going on.
Are there any thoughts on the Kelly Brie Bella championship match?
Boring.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're back to the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, I feel guilty because I didn't realize until after I looked at just a damn review of it that I fell asleep during the Mark Henry Big Show match and slept whole through the men's Money in the Bank, and I was wondering at the end about how
Raw Money in the Bank?
Alvaro Del Rio. Do what?
You slept through the Raw Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you gotta go and watch that. Oh, dude, that was way better. That was a way better Money in the Bank than SmackDown was. Now, by the way, that's not to say that SmackDown's Money in the Bank was bad, because it wasn't. It was fantastic. It was awesome. It was tremendous. But the Raw Money in the Bank was just so much better. There was a moment that The Miz injured his leg, and I don't know if that's legit or not. But
I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
It looked brutal. it looked all kinds of brutal and just it was really cool. It was a really good. If it wasn't script, if it wasn't real, if it wasn't real, then they did a good job making it look real. Uh, and also at the beginning of the match, everybody started beating up on Alberto Del Rio. Everybody did. That happened because on the go home show to this Raw, which you would know if you listen to commentary, they actually had on the go home show for Money in the Bank 2011 on Raw, Alberto attacked everybody else with the ladder. So it only makes sense that at Money in the Bank 2011, everybody attacks him with the ladder. So I just thought that was a really nice little story arc right there.
Yeah, a little subtle touch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Um, and then, oh god, they did cringy stuff in 2011, bro. Oh, okay. Not only do we have heel Michael Cole, who can piss off for all I care. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
They were doing. This guy is trending on Twitter, as if people are supposed to really care about what trends on Twitter.
They still do that sometimes about.
Do they? Oh no. They need to stop that. I don't care what trends on Twitter.
I don't either.
Right.
It's trending worldwide on Twitter. Who the fuck cares?
Right. Well, I guess advertising.
It's Twitter.
Yeah. So, and then there was a cool little moment where everybody's on top of a ladder and they're kind of fighting for the briefcase. That was a really cool little moment. They're fighting for the briefcase and they're all on top of the ladders. That was really cool, Zach. And then Mysterio looked awesome in the match, and I thought he was going to win. I really thought he was going to win. But here's the funniest thing. I told you earlier that they took the Miz out, and they took him to the back because he injured his leg. As he came hobbling back, he got cheered, and then he climbed up the ladder, and he was grabbing for the briefcase. He got cheered. Mysterio pulls him down, and Mysterio gets booed.
The only time Miz gets cheered when he's a heel.
So he's getting beat up by Ray, and then booing Rey Mysterio, beating him up. I was like, wow, this really
the Chicago fans were tricky anyways, because Punk was the heel in the story, and they were cheering for him. So
yeah, funny little side note. I was telling some of my wrestling buddies today that we were going to review this show, and one of them hadn't read any of these notes I'm reading to you yet. And so I told him, oh, dude, I hated this show. I hated it so much. It sucked. And I complained about I was just trolling the poop out of him. And I was just trolling him. And because obviously I love the show. But I was trolling him. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, this show sucked. This crowd sucked and everything. He goes, are you kidding me? And he was about to get so mad. I'm like, dude, I'm just kidding. I love the show. It's like, oh, I was about to come over and smack you. But, no, I mean, it's just a little funny side note. Yeah, and then they had a really creative finish. Alberto and Ray were on the ladders. And Alberto, in order to win the match, he ripped Ray's mask off. Which I was like, what? I don't remember that happening when I first watched it a decade ago.
I don't either.
It did. It happened. He ripped the mask clean off onto the mat. And so Mysterio's holding his head. While he's holding his head, Alberto knocks him off and grabs the briefcase to win the Money in the Bank. So this whole match, in my opinion, was one big holy shit moment. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's always a big moment when they try to take Ray's mask off.
Well, yeah, the whole match. Though,
it's always been.
Not just that, but the whole match. And then match number 5, Randy Orton versus Christian for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was excellent, but I feel like the crowd was ready for Punk. They should have opened up the pay-per-view with this match. Because this match needed to go on way earlier than it did. Because you put this matchup on before
considering the finish.
Yeah, you could tell the fans were ready for that CM Punk. And I mean, nothing really to say about this match. It was really, really solid, and it was good wrestling from both guys. These guys always had great chemistry, Randy Orton and Christian.
That had to be one of... Wasn't that one of, like, Christian's last matches? Before he retired?
In 2011? Did Christian retire in 2011? Christian didn't retire in 2011.
He didn't?
No, he wrestled again in 2012, 2013.
Oh, see, I thought he retired around the time Edge did, because I remember they were talking about Edge has retired.
Yeah, no, Christian had a couple more world title victories in him. And then Intercontinental Championship victories as well.
Did he retire? Yeah, he retired as IC champion.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah.
I think he did, because I remember they said something before, like, what a way for him to come back.
Yeah.
Being put in for the IC title match. Or for the title he never lost.
Right, yeah. Alright, let's just get into this match. Because I'm excited for it. I know you're excited for it. I know the world is excited for it. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. If Cena loses, he's fired. Also, this is CM Punk's final match. My first note for this match, Zach.
Quote unquote.
my first note for this match, Zach, is goddamn, this crowd was so fucking hyped for Punk. I got goosebumps a decade later. What?
Talk about the match. Let's just talk about the entire angle.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, I wish they would bring reality back to like the angles like this. But the sad part is, it won't work now. Nowadays it won't work. Because you got fuckers like Sean Ross and Dave Meltzer. They're going to break the news. It's going to be sitting right there. They're going to ruin the entire ending because you got Twitter nowadays.
Right.
Twitter wasn't as big back then.
Okay.
Them motherfuckers weren't on Twitter then. I was thinking about that before the match.
Right.
Like, it would not work nowadays. The angle would not work because it'd be ruined.
Yeah.
It'd be ruined. Oh, well, he's still under contract.
Oh my god! Well, Dave Meltzer existed.
He isn't really leaving.
Meltzer existed back then.
Really gonna? He isn't really leaving. He like you'd have to just say it matters. WWE putting themselves in a corner if they did it that way because they'd have to let his contract run out.
Right.
I think like they did with Punk. I think it was actually. I don't know. I may have to look it up. I think Punk didn't sign his deal to the night of Money in the Bank.
I think that's what I heard too. He signed like right after he won the belt.
I don't know. Let me look.
Anyway, while you look, yeah, that shoot promo that he cut on Raw was, oh my goodness, that was so believable. I remember after that show went off the air, after he got done cutting the promo and they go to the next show, I'm like, was that real? That had to be real. Was that real? And I remember I looked at my uncle, I'm like, Ronnie, that had to be real. Because they don't usually mention other
wrestlers. Oh yeah, I'm sure he ran it. He had to. It was a shoot promo, but the thoughts were run by Vince. Because there's no way in hell you're going to get away with that.
Right.
And still win the belt.
Yeah, and I remember watching this YouTube channel, the Pro Wrestling Report, and they were saying that they went back and forth on the match, and then they realized, hands down, it's a work because there's no way that promo gets by Vince, and there's no way that promo goes 3 seconds on TV without the mic getting cut off. So that makes sense. And plus
they wouldn't cut the. It's a matter of who was on national TV. You're not really gonna cut the mic on the motherfucker.
Right.
especially when he's a top star.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, you're not going to cut the mic off. You're just going to let him go, but you're going to just, when it reruns or re-airs, you're not going to air it.
And it's not going to be used for your
You're going
promo
to erase it
packages
from
either.
history. Yeah, it's not going to be used for anything. It'll be erased from history.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the other thing about that promo and that shoot promo is everything he said is still true a decade later.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was like, are you kidding me? My God, he's right. He was right, and he is right. It still would be better with Vince McMahon dead, to be honest. But I mean, and I'm not wishing death on anybody. I'm just saying. I mean, it would be better without him around. I think. And then, so yeah, this matchup was the promo for it, the storyline for it was really, really good. It came out of nowhere, but it had to for it to be real. Are you still there, Zach?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read to see the whole
No
thing.
worries. Yeah, so this crowd, as I said, was hype for this, for CM Punk, rather. Punk was a god in Chicago, man. He was a god to all those people.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that meme of "You're not that guy, pal"? Trust me, you're not that guy. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
CM Punk, he was that guy. If you haven't seen "You're Not That Guy, Pal," let me see if I can pull up a clip for you. I'm just gonna I'm looking up the "You're Not That Guy, Pal." Where is it? Let's go short. I don't want a meme compilation. I just want to.
Yeah, somehow Punk was a heel, but he was somehow still a babyface to his fans because I'm reading this article, Bleacher Report, because that's the only thing I can find that sort of relates to the storyline. It says that Punk went out his way to assault Boston. They cheered him for it. Punk piped on Boston's hometown hero, and they chanted CM Punk, CM Punk.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to show the people real quick if they don't know what "You're Not That Guy, Pal" is. If you don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show this for you, so 1 second here. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
There you go. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You are not that guy. That's what it is. It's a funnier. You got to see this with the memes. It's a lot funnier. So anyway, I'm sorry to get distracted like that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we're talking about Money in the Bank. We're talking about CM Punk and John Cena. And as I said, John Cena or CM Punk was that guy. Yeah. So the promo packages, Zach, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, the promo packages were really, really good. Let's dig into the match. The match itself was really, 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 really good. Would you agree?
It really was. It really was.
It wasn't just about the story, it was about the match too. You had a great story, you had a great match. That was like peanut butter and jelly. It was fantastic. It was one of those matches that I think it's really underrated when people talk about greatest matches of all time. This match should be ranked higher than it is. And this match should be talked about more than it is because this was a really, really, really great match. This is how you tell a story in a wrestling match. Watch this. I know people will say go back and watch Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, and that match was okay. That matchup was great, but this matchup, in my opinion, was even better as far as story is concerned. And I know it's going to get a lot of controversial, but controversy around that opinion, I really don't care. CM Punk and John Cena was better than Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. And this is I made a note that this was probably my favorite pay-per-view main event I ever got to witness. It's either this one or Taker versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25. They were both spectacular main events.
It really was.
Yes. Which one would you say was better?
That's tricky. I want to say this.
Yeah. I would say this was better. Just the story around it and the match itself. Yeah, I would agree. And the promos as well. The promos were really awesome. Yeah. So CM Punk wins. Cena is fired. And Punk is leaving with the championship. And the summer of Punk has officially begun. Man, I cannot say enough glowing things about this match. I really can't. And I got a question, Zach. I don't know if you know this or not, and you don't gotta look it up, but just say if you know yes or no, or I don't know. Is this the first time that Vince? Is this the first time that Vince has acknowledged other wrestling promotions? Because in the promo package, he said if CM Punk wins, he's going to walk into another wrestling promotion the next day and say, "Look what I got! I will not be embarrassed." So I wonder if this is like the first time that he acknowledged.
No, I don't think so because he did acknowledge WCW.
Okay, and I think he might have acknowledged ECW.
I think so too.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry. I thought you were right, but I'm pretty sure he acknowledged WCW back in the day.
It's just been a long time.
And I was just a kid back then anyway.
Right.
I was still sitting in diapers.
And then the crowd was hot. Like I said, the crowd from like start to finish.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
The crowd.
You gotta get props to that crowd.
Love the crowd.
That crowd.
They were on fire.
Oh man.
That was a hot ass crowd.
They were on fire from start of the show to the end of the show. And when CM Punk came out, I swear to God, the roof it came off of the place.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Hometown hero.
That whole show, that whole crowd became unglued when CM Punk came. And during his entrance, they were chanting CM Punk, which is really cool. Because they're getting to see the guy that they want to see. Man, CM Punk, you don't get that kind of, dude.
No. He was the only one, because very rarely you're acknowledged by the hometown. Like, very rarely.
Yeah, and then he was Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan was Daniel Bryan, if that makes any sense.
Sort of.
That Daniel Bryan. What?
I said sort of.
Oh, okay. Daniel Bryan had the
because Bryan was more of an underdog. Punk was never really the underdog. It was more of Bryan was more of an underdog. Story. Punk was more of, hey, I'm against the system. The system is rigged. They don't want me. They don't want me to have this. They don't want me to be the Stone Cold of my generation.
They don't want me to be here.
Yeah, they don't want me to walk out of this company. They don't want me to walk out of here with this title and leave.
Because they know what I'll do with it, yeah. So, I mean, if I were Meltzer, overall, I would probably give this show 5 stars out of 5. How about you?
Yeah, I actually want to see because I only got to see a few. I only got to see a few ratings because he gave 4 stars.
No, not just for matches. Not for individual matches. I'm saying for the full show. But actually,
I know. That's why I'm about to look it up to see what he rated the entire show.
I don't care what he says about the show. I really don't care.
No, I don't care. I don't care either. I'm just curious.
Yeah, and then actually, I will dock 5 points off for that Divas Championship match. That matchup, they shouldn't have put on the show.
Yeah, he just labeled it dud. I still love that rating. Dud. You don't even get a 0. You get dud.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he rated the whole thing. I wish I did.
While you look up some of the star ratings from Mr. Meltzer himself.
No, I already got it.
Oh, go ahead and give him
I got it. Okay, so you want to know what he gave Big Show versus Henry?
What's up?
1.25 stars.
1.25 stars.
And, yeah.
No, I'd say that gives that match 2.5. That match wasn't that bad.
Alright, since you claim the Raw Money in the Bank was better?
Yeah.
The Meltzer wasn't. 3.75. SmackDown was 4.
Meltzer doesn't know shit.
He gave Christian and Randy 3.75. I understand that, but specifically for the ending.
Yeah.
The ending fucking sucked. I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And my whole thing about the whole match...
Hang on,
bro, explain this to me.
Hang on. I can explain the ending. The ending was that if Orton gets disqualified...
Yeah, I know, but the way it happened, like, it was sort of, you know...
Well,
I understand that, but it was sort of towards the end what led up to the kick. What led up to the kick, besides the whole disqualification thing, I understood
Okay.
that I liked it. But when Randy started beating him up in the middle of the ring, was kind of fist the face, the ref was counting. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's not even on the rope. Why are you counting?
Yeah. Okay.
Just like, he's not even on the ropes. You gonna... What if he kept beating him up and he got the fight? You gonna disqualify him for that?
Yeah. Alright, give it to me straight, Doc.
It wouldn't even be a disqualification. It didn't.
Alright. What did he give What did he give CM Punk and John Cena? And hang on, before you tell me, if he gave it anything under 4 stars. Thank God. I was about to say, if he gave it anything under 4 stars, I'm
gonna... remember that was one of the highest ratings. I think wherever a few years ago, wherever the last 5-star match was, it was like the first 5-star match since Cena versus Punk.
Yeah, that matchup was 5 stars across the frickin' board. Storytelling.
Shit, that should have been 6 stars instead of damn.
That should have been Tokyo Dome 10 stars.
Meltzer just has a hard hold for New Japan. I really think.
And AEW. Well, he's paid by AEW, but.
Well, I just meant back then when he gave that shit. AEW wasn't even a thought then.
He wasn't. Yeah, no. So this show, ladies and gentlemen, that was Money in the Bank 2011.
Okay. So I got a thought on the ending though. I would like to change the ending just a tad bit.
Oh no.
Yes, just a tad bit with the whole with McMahon. I would have loved it if McMahon would have, when he after Punk hit to go to sleep, he would have beat Cena twice. McMahon would have pulled the ref out and would have told him, "Do not count. You count, you're fired."
No.
No, do that, and then Punk, hit McMahon, and then it's well, he goes back in, this motherfucker just hit the boss on his last day.
Yeah.
And then the ref counts.
He pulled a Stone Cold Steve Austin on his last.
Yeah. That was the only thing. Yeah, I know it isn't popular to you, because the ending was so good. To me, it would have made it a little better. Then have him grab a bike and say, or learn eyes of one of them, or one of the fucking people backstage, waving for Del Rio to come down.
Yeah.
Somebody like, come on, get out here, save the company.
Yeah. All right.
And it would have been better if he would have just hit to go to sleep on Del Rio instead of just kicking him in the
head. Well, you gotta say to go to sleep for like a bigger payoff, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was Money in the Bank 2011. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said in the middle of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the CNC Connection podcast as well. Also, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading new content. Next week, we're going to review... Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned.
Next week, we'll review Sable's porno collection.
Hey, some stuff can't be shown on YouTube, brother. Plus, that's all plastic at this point. Anyway.
I was gonna take a jab at you with the whole bullet thing.
With the what?
And I could the whole bullet advertising stuff. I had thought what I was watching. Hey, I could use this as Sable.
No.
See, Sable, learn from WWE. Don't be a bully. And I never found a place to put it in this entire show. So now I'll bring it in at the end.
By the way,
don't be a bully.
Be a star. By the way, they did that. Don't be a bully, be a star, and it didn't dawn on me until today when I watched it back. When they said show tolerance and respect, be a star. Star. STAR, show tolerance and respect. I just now connected that today. As my Uncle Ronnie was saying.
But the funny thing is, wasn't Mark Henry a bully?
There were a lot of bullies in there. There were a lot of bullies during the Don't Be a Star. Or Don't Be a Bully, Be a Star campaign. But
No, but I meant during the pay-per-view. I mean,
oh, sure.
The whole storyline with Henry was he was a bully.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a bully too.
Well, maybe you should have told that to your employee, Mark Henry, before he started feeding up your other employees.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. I gotta go eat me some dinner. We will see you all next week. Thanks for rocking with us. Be out. Deuces.